Hello, this is Richard RJ Eskow for the Zero Hour. As I record this, it is International Women's Day, and I am wearing something red to commemorate it. I'm wearing, as you can see, this scarf. I want to address some words on Women's Day to my fellow men. And I want us to particularly think about ways in which we still demonize women in our own minds and how we can use this day and its commemoration as a chance to get rid of that kind of psychology in our mind. Let's first of all start by saying there are still people being executed for witchcraft today because they are women. There are still reported cases of horrific things happening, murders and other things in India and Africa and elsewhere. But let's not kid ourselves by thinking we're too civilized for that sort of thing. Do you know when the last woman was imprisoned for witchcraft in Great Britain? You might be surprised. The year was 1944, and the woman in question was convicted of black magic, arrested in 1944 after a seance. She reportedly told a couple during a seance that their son had appeared from the spirit world to let them know that the ship he was serving on in the military had sunk. Now, she was accused of witchcraft, she was convicted, she was imprisoned. That's Great Britain in 1944. So witchcraft, this kind of thinking, it's not something that the other does. It's something that we all do. But here's the inverse of that. The way to get rid of that kind of thinking in our minds is by idealizing the women who should have been our heroes all along, who have been neglected by our culture. One of the people I would nominate for that role of woman hero, there are many of them. I'm going to do an entire segment on a group of women worker organizers from the 19th century, so I'm not going to talk about them now. But I would say one nominee would be Julia Ward Howe. She wrote the words to the battle hymn of the Republic, and she also invented Mother's Day. She was a hero, she was a radical feminist, she was an activist, she made a difference in her world, in her country, and in the lives of those around her, people she knew and people she didn't know. That to me is the mark of a hero, and it is with heroes that we can commemorate International Women's Day. I'm Richard R.J. Eskow for the Zero Hour.